Watch it, Betsy! Christy Edwards! Your boy, Tony Steck! Sean, the teacher tomboy! Alex, the mic guy, Sullivan! Jesselyn's husband, Blake! Jesselyn's husband's wife, Jesselyn! Your worship leader, Jackson Scott! Kevin the Turtle Kwong! Chris Matez! Ferguson! Timothy Lutzford on audio! Morgan Allen, she's in charge of the food! Wesley Walker, he's in charge of hats! David Thompson! Tina Thompson! Brittany Sturdivant! Brittany's husband, Robert Sturdivant! And now, give it up for our hosts, Graham and Drew!
The photo, and there's a lot of hidden details.
The team with the most accurate photos will win, but we're not going to announce the winning team until next week. That way Parker has a chance to look at the photos with a tiny little magnifying glass and find out who the real winner is.
Who wants to play a game? All right. What is your name and what grade are you in?
Lower the mic for her.
My name's Elizabeth and I'm in 6th grade.
Okay. Applause. How well do you know your 90s movies? Jurassic Park? You like Jurassic Park?
No.
No? Okay. All right, let's bring up who you're playing against.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our new Element intern, Gabby!
All right.
Gabby? So, Gabby, are you excited to be the new fall intern?
I'm so excited.
So, give us a random fact about you that absolutely none of us need to know.
Naps are one of my favorite things ever. I love
Okay.
naps.
Okay, I can respect that. Okay, so here's how the game works. Parker is going to put a 90s movie clip up on the screen, and Gabby's going to answer first, and they're going to try to guess the movie. And if Gabby doesn't get it right, then we'll move on, and we'll give her a chance to guess. Does that sound fun? Sound good?
Good?
All right,
Yes, ma'am.
roll the clip.
Well, can we talk about what they're going to win first?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yes, of
Important.
course. The winner will win if Elizabeth wins. She will win an Element coin, which gives you free drinks for the rest of the school year. And if Gabby wins, no one gets an Element coin for the rest of the school year. There'll be no more. Unfortunately. Alrighty, let's play the first clip.
Okay, this one is for Gabby.
This is for Gabby, yes. All right, Gabby. What movie is that from?
Don't tell her. You don't want free drinks.
I'm pretty sure sure it's Jurassic Park.
Is that right, Parker? Yeah! Okay.
All right.
All right, Elizabeth. Your turn.
Gabby gets to go again because she got it right. Let's play another clip.
Okay, it's gonna be Gabby again. Gabby's always gonna go first.
Yeah.
Over it, beyond it.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. 3, 2,
I'm just gonna
1.
say.
Oh, that was not
Dang.
good.
That's not the
All right,
answer.
we're gonna show a different
All
clip
right.
for Lucy.
So we're gonna
Watch
show
the
another
clip.
clip. You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
Different clip.
The man in black.
Ooh, what
All
is
right.
it?
So, what do you think it is?
What is
The
it?
Men in Black.
Yeah!
Okay, that was good.
1 point.
All right, it's 1-1. Gabby.
Gabby,
All right,
back
Gabby.
up.
Sorry, these are a little bit short.
What?
I'll play it again.
Yeah. Nah. I'm gonna say Toy Story.
No, that's not correct.
All right.
Let's watch more of the clip.
Here's a different clip. They're short.
All right, what do you think it is?
The Matrix.
Yeah!
All right, Gabby. See if you can get back in the lead. Here we go.
Good morning.
This is a famous movie from the 90s.
Nah. That's definitely like Frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah.
No, that's not correct.
Incorrect. All right, Elizabeth.
If you get this one, Gabby can't come back. So, are you ready for
This is
this?
for the
Come on,
win.
Liz. You got this, Elizabeth.
Independence Day.
All right.
Elizabeth.
Independence Day.
Congratulations.
All right, we'll give you your element coin at
I'll
the
get
end
the
of
element
show.
coin to you afterwards. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Wow. I just realized that we got through that whole intro and entire game without any interruptions. Like, typically, someone's...
Grim, that is not me. That's an evil clone.
You're an evil clone?
No, not me. I'm not the evil clone. He's the evil clone.
You're an evil clone?
No, he's the evil clone.
Wait, hold on. I'm so confused. Which one of y'all is the real Drew?
I am.
Okay. I know. Only the real Drew would know my favorite movie of all time.
That's easy. Care Bears unlock the magic.
The one he just said.
Dang. Y'all are really good at this. Okay. All right.
Graham, I promise it's me. I promise it's me.
How would I know that?
Remember that one time we went to the Grand Canyon and you ate all of those jelly beans and then you just threw up the rainbow?
You know what? You're right. That did happen. Yeah. Okay. Good job.
You remember that one time you rode a bike or something?
Crap. I did ride a bike. You're so right. Okay.
Graham, I even have my birth certificate.
Oh no,
Okay.
you don't.
It's right on here.
Now no one will know who the evil clone is.
Wait. That clearly makes you the evil clone. Dang. This is impossible. Wait, hold on. I have an idea. We're gonna play a Nick on the Street video, and when we come back, I have the ultimate way of finding out which one of y'all is actually Drew. Parker, roll the video.
Hey, this is Nick from Nick on the Street, and today we're asking you what a burnt CD is. First, let's go see the correct answer.
Hey everybody, I'm Parker, the Creative Arts Director at Element. This is Charlie, say hey.
All right, so a burnt CD. Back in the 90s, we didn't have iPods or iPhones or anything like that. So if you wanted to listen to your music, you had to listen to it on a CD, which only held about, I guess, like maybe 15, 20 songs if you were lucky. And if you wanted to have your own custom mix of music to listen to, there was no such thing as a playlist. So you would have to burn your own CD, which meant you would buy a blank CD, put it into your computer, and you would drag whatever songs you wanted onto that CD. Once you did that, you had yourself a burnt CD, which was just a custom CD with about 15 songs of music that you picked. So that is a burnt CD. Back to you.
All right, now that we know the correct answer, let's see what they have to say. Oliver Jackson, what's a burnt CD, Oliver Jackson?
A burnt CD is a CD that's been lit on fire.
Guys, we're with Jack. What's a burnt CD, Jack?
I don't know.
Jack, we need an answer. Just guess. Best guess.
A burnt CD.
What is it, though?
Doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work anymore? No. What's a burnt CD?
What is a burnt?
Hey, no.
One that has scratches on it.
Another great guess. Kate, what's a burnt CD?
A burnt CD?
A burnt CD, what is it?
A burnt seed?
Kate, what's a burnt CD? Do you know what a CD is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's burnt.
It's burnt like how? Is that your best guess?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Nope.
Like a CD that's from like a toaster that got burnt.
In a toaster! It's a great guess, actually. Unfortunately, that is completely wrong. What's a burnt CD, Zachary?
What?
A burnt CD. What's a burnt CD?
I don't know.
Give me your best guess.
Burger.
Birding?
A burger?
A burger?
Yes. A burger? Yeah.
What's a burnt CD? I'll give you a hint. It is not a burger.
It's a burnt seed.
A burnt seed? CD.
A CD that's burnt?
A CD that's burnt? Can you explain burnt?
Like, from like a fire?
Well, I'm Nick from Nick on the Street. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, listen up. I know how to solve this once and for all. Drew has a very specific way of eating donuts. Show me. Yeah, don't look. Okay. All right, your turn.
I can't do it. I don't know how Drew eats his donuts.
Yeah. So, you've been bamboozled. You see, the real way Drew eats like donuts is just irrelevant. Drew is actually allergic to gluten, and those donuts right there, they're not gluten-free.
What? You gave me gluten donuts? You know what that does to me. Oh no! I need to find the bathroom!
Wait. I just realized that was the real Drew. Oh, shoot.
Graham, it's okay. I learned something today. We're all trying to be someone who we're not. Wake up in the morning and put on a mask. We say, "Hi, how are you doing?" But we don't expect a real answer. I was literally born yesterday in a cloning lab, and watching the real Drew fight to protect his identity, it was really inspiring. But he's gone now. He exploded due to a donut made with gluten. You know, it really makes you think, was the donut really worth it?
Are you kidding me right now? Like, that whole thing that's what you got out of this?
Yeah.
You really are Drew's clone. Come on, let's go get some like gluten-free donuts or something. Come on.
And now it's time for your most trusted news source in the Haven, Weekend Update with Sophia Erickson and Merritt Bolton.
Good evening. I'm Sophia Erickson. And I'm Maren Polishuk. And welcome to your weekend update. Okay, last week we had a bit of a debacle with who was going to host Weekend Update. There was some confusion with multiple people thinking they were the official hosts. Official? Yeah. Anyway, we're excited to announce that Maren and I will be your official hosts for the school year. Official? Okay. With that said, we promise to bring you fish. What is happening? I bought fish. You bought fish. How many fish did you buy? Only 2. They're here now.
We are fish! Fashion! Influencers from Sweden! Coming to a home near you! We hear that someone needs a makeover!
We do! Come on, Sophia, let's go.
Da, I can work with this.
How much money did you spend on this? Oh, nothing. They came for free. I thought we spent our whole budget on a makeover. Oh, I did spend the whole budget. It's on amazing.
First class, all the way from Sweden!
Wait. Your names are Marlin and Salmon.
Da? Yeah. I'm Salmon.
You're from Sweden.
Da?
And your company is called Fish.
Yeah. Fashion influencers from Sweden coming to a home near you!
You're Swedish Fish.
Yeah. Enough with all this chit chat. It's time for a makeover! See, I don't have this. You've been fish!
Yeah, you look wonderbar. Can I go next?
Get time to fish!
Well, how do you feel?
Like a fish! Come, Simone. We have more makeovers upstream.
Can't stop it.
That was so amazing. We look great. I look ridiculous. You look like a fish. Be professional, Sophia. Be professional. You're right, Maren. We look great. Let's start Weekend Update over and pretend this didn't happen. evening. I'm Svea Erickson. And I'm Mara Polishek. And welcome to your Weekend Update. Well, a lot has happened since we last saw you here at Element. A lot has happened. So let's get into it. The Element Tailgate Party was last week, and it was a blast. There were so many tents and tons of great food thanks to our incredible volunteers. That's right, Svea. We all gathered together and played games in the parking lot, heard a great message from Homewood's own Trey Jemison. Our very own Parker Steck brought his shrink ray. We had dessert, spike ball. What did you just say? Parker Steck. He brought his shrink ray. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to, since the next few things I said weren't all that crazy. Yeah, I don't remember that. Really? It was crazy. Parker was trying to show us how the shrinkway worked by firing it at one of the cars on the street, but he missed and hit Reese instead. He shrank 2 feet. It was hilarious. See for yourself. What? Oh my gosh. Now I remember. Okay. Short Reese. So funny. Anywho, Svea, can you tell us about what's coming up at Element this week? Thanks, Marin, and thank you for your professionalism. You're welcome. Coming up this week, not only do we have the usual suspects. What? The Usual Suspects. That's the movie. Name that movie. I did it. I win. No. Marion. No. What's going on? This is Weekend Update. The game is over.
Right, sorry. I've never won anything before, so this is really exciting.
No, you didn't win. This isn't. Do you not get what we're. Forget it. Congratulations, Marin. You won the game.
Well, thank you, Svea. But let's not make this all about me. Coming up this week, we've got the Usual Suspects at Element, but Element Cafe, Fusion small groups.
However, we will not have Element Cafe on Thursday due to the Homewood Homecoming Parade.
Fusion Bible study groups are in full swing, so if you don't know when your group meets, make sure to talk with Christy after Element tonight in the Welcome Center.
Speaking of being welcomed, welcome to Discovery Weekend, because on Wednesday, the super early bird registration opens for Wonder 2023.
Well, Svea, I think this has all gone pretty well according to plan, wouldn't you say?
Yes, Marin, I believe it has. I think even this might be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
What?
No, name that movie. That's an iconic movie line. Casablanca, 1942, Humphrey Bogart. You know this.
What are you talking about? We're already friends. We've been friends for a long time. Wait, have you not considered me your friend until just now?
No, forget it. No! Marin! For Marin, I'm Svea, and this has been your Weekend Update.
Hey guys. Hi. Let's stand and worship together. Come on. Sing. Father of kindness, you have poured out grace. Out of darkness, you have filled yes and amen. Sing that again. And all your promises are yes and amen. Come on, sing, beautiful Savior. Beautiful Savior, you have brought me near. You pull me from the ashes, you have broken every curse. Blessed Redeemer, you have set this captive free. And Lord, I can't help but sing. Faithful you are. Forever you will be. Faithful you are. And all your promises are yes and amen. Sing all your promises, come on. And all your promises are yes and amen. We sing faithful, faithful you are. Forever you will be. Faithful you are. And all your promises are yes and amen. Sing, I will rest. I will rest
in your promises. My confidence is your faithfulness, and I will rest in your promises. My confidence.
Come on, sing. Is your faithfulness. There we go. I will rest in your promises. My confidence is your faithfulness. One more time. I will rest in your promise. Faithful you are. Faithful forever you will be. Faithful you are. And all your promises are yes and amen. So we sing faithful, faithful you are. Faithful forever you will be. Faithful you are. And all your promises are yes and amen. All your promises. And all your promises are yes and amen. One more time. And all your promises are yes and amen. Yeah. Sing, I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. And all my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. Let's do this together. All my life, come on. All my life you have been faithful. blood. You have led me through the fire and in darkness night. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. And I have lived in the goodness of God. Yeah. And all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, keeps running after me. Sing all my life together, come on. All my life you have been faithful. Come fill the room with your praise all my life. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I'm gonna sing. Sing of the goodness of God. I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. Let's sing one more song together. Is that okay? I'll lean back. And I will lean back in the loving arms of a beautiful Father. And breathe deep to know that He's good. He's a love like no other. One more time, all together. And I will lean back in the loving arms of a beautiful Father. And I will breathe deep and know that He's good. He's a love like no other. Amen. Y'all can take a seat.
Mental health is something we all have. It includes our thoughts and feelings about ourselves and others, how we relate to other people, how we function day to day, and how we cope with the ups and downs of life. Having good mental health is not about having no mental health problems. It's about feeling good enough about ourselves, being able to do the things that matter to us, and having the resilience to deal with the difficult situations we all experience in life. When talking about our mental health, it can be useful for us to think of it like a scale. Our mental health scale will move towards good or poor mental health, depending on what's going on in our lives and the supports we have around us. There are things that can challenge our mental health and shift the balance of our mental health scale. These challenges: sad, worried, lonely, overwhelmed. Mental health difficulties rarely just have one cause. They're often an understandable response to having to deal with the circumstances of our lives and things that have happened to us in the past. While there are things that challenge our mental health, there are also things that can support it too. These things won't necessarily prevent challenges to our mental health, but they can help us cope with what life throws at us. They can help us achieve balance in our mental health scale. Mental health can be complex because our experience of it is personal and unique. But we know that the more we normalize conversations about our mental health, the easier it will be for young people and adults to seek the support they need when they need it.
Hello, everyone! Hi! My name is Mary Francis, or Marf, and I'm so glad you are all here tonight. If I haven't met you yet, I'm on staff here at Element, and I would love to get to know you afterwards. So this week and next week, we're doing this series called Under the Surface. And we're going to be focusing on the importance of mental health in our lives and the ways that we can grow into healthier versions of ourselves. So when I say the words mental health, what do y'all think of? For some of you, the words mental health might make you think about some lecture or TED Talk that you had to listen to at school that talked about mental health. You know that it's important, you get the gist. Or maybe you hear the words mental health and you're like, oh, thank goodness, that doesn't really apply to me. Like, I have a happy, healthy family. I'm doing pretty good. You don't really have to deal with any of that. Maybe you're someone who hears the term mental health and you get stressed because you think about how you or someone you know has had to deal with mental health. And if that's you, know that the Element staff and volunteers are always here to listen and give you any resources that we have. Tonight, we're just going to talk about how we can better our mental health, but if you're one of those people and you need to step out for a second, that's totally okay. No matter where you're at tonight when it comes to mental health, whether you've spent a long time thinking about it or not much time at all, we can all benefit from taking a moment to stop and spend time focusing on mental health. The reality is, whether you're experiencing stress right now or not, there will be times throughout middle and high school and the rest of our lives where we experience hard things. And knowing how to better deal with these hard situations can do us a lot of good. So just so we're all on the same page, let's look at this definition of mental health, which says, mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. So, all of our brains are different, and all of us are affected by situations differently. What happened to us in the past, the chemicals that are in our brains, and what we're experiencing in our lives currently all affect our mental health. Our responses to these situations are also very different. For some of us, when we're going through a time when our mental health is not at its best, we may get sad and isolate ourselves. Some of us may get worried and stress over things. We may lash out at those we love. We may get really tired. We may look for distractions, or we may have physical symptoms like headaches and stomach aches. There's so many methods that our brains and bodies use to tell us that we're struggling. When I was in high school and going through a really stressful time, one way that my body was like, hey, everything is not okay over here, was that my eyelid would start twitching. Wow, so fun. At first, I was like, I didn't think much of it. I was like, whatever. And then over time, I put together and realized that it was a signal that I needed to take time and chill out and focus on my mental health, and that everything was not okay in that moment. It's really important that we pay attention to what makes us upset, and we take notice of when our bodies are in discomfort. By noticing when this happens to us, we can better prepare ourselves with tools that will help us deal with stressors in our lives. For example, my friend knows that she gets more sad and struggles. Because when we're in times when we're experiencing things like depression and anxiety, we don't necessarily reflect on why we're feeling this way because we're understandably so wrapped up in all these heavy emotions and feelings. But over time, my friend took a second and reflected on what was going on around her when she had these periods of sadness and isolation. And in doing so, she discovered that weather was something that had a really significant effect on her mental health. And because she could determine what was affecting her symptoms, she could better find tools like sun lamps and meditation and quality time with friends that she made sure to implement in her life in times when she's going through this season, like the winter. Some of us may never experience intense seasons of depression or anxiety, but that doesn't mean that mental health resources can't be beneficial for all of us. Even in times in my life when things are going well, I notice a difference when I drink enough water, when I spend time in prayer and meditation, when I work out, and when I surround myself with good people. And these things may sound like good things, but not things that necessarily affect our mental health, but they do. All of these affect how we deal with stress and anxiety and sadness and all these things. Some of you may have already found ways that you deal with stress, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. The start of a new school year can be really stressful. You have all these new classes with different people. And a lot of times you have more work because you're getting older. But over time, you can learn how to manage it. When I was in high school and the stress of school and friendships got to be a lot, what helped keep me grounded was exercise and leaning on those friends and mentors in my life who would listen and support me through everything. Make sure to recognize who those people are in your life and put effort into those relationships. Oh, there's some ice in there. I think it's also really important that we choose wisely what we pour ourselves into so that the things that we love don't become the things that are causing us the most stress. You all have so many opportunities in your lives to be involved in clubs and sports and AP classes while having friends. And you also need to rest and get sleep. And all these things can be a lot, especially when we're doing too much. Middle and high school is a busy time, and it's okay to feel rushed at times. That is all right. But when you can, take the time to rest and pray or be with friends or whatever it is you need to do to recharge. Because if you keep going 100 miles a minute, then you won't get to enjoy the things that are supposed to be enjoyable in your life. And sometimes that might even mean making the hard decision to quit something so that you can have balance in your life, which isn't something that we like to think about a lot because we like all these things, right? But we need balance. When I was a senior, I played club volleyball all year. I was in 6 AP classes. I was involved at church. I was in some service clubs, and I was really extroverted, so I was with my friends all the time. And I enjoyed all these things, and I enjoyed being busy. But with my family also going through a lot at that time, it was just not going to work. I was tired all the time. I'd literally sleep every single study period that I had every day. And I didn't have time or energy to reflect on my life or my mental health. It was during this time that I first started seeing a counselor, but it would have been even more helpful if I had started seeing someone before everything snowballed. You don't have to go through a significant life event to need counseling. Middle and high school in itself is a significant life event. As you're going through school, whether you notice or not, you're learning how to have these meaningful, mature relationships with people while also balancing. And talking to someone who is trained and a complete outsider is so helpful. A trained counselor knows how to give advice, how to help you figure out who you are, how to help you navigate relationships. They know how to help you also understanding the benefit. Are letters written to the first churches as they were figuring, and people like the Apostle Paul had many members, and not all the members have the same function. So we who prophecy in proportion to faith, ministry and ministering, the teacher and teaching, the encourager. So we all have different gifts and abilities to support each other. God made us to be in relationship with other people, and for the sake of our mental health, we need to lean on these people in our lives. Sometimes these people are friends and family, and sometimes these people are counselors who have the special ability to listen and support you throughout your season of life. Tonight, I'm going to invite our very own Graham McLean, the senior amazing Homewood football player of the Patriots, to come up and talk with us, to share about his experiences with his own mental health and life and all that good stuff.
We all know that there was a lot of negatives during COVID, but funny enough, one silver lining for me was actually that I was finally diagnosed with ADD at the end of my freshman year. I know that might not sound like a positive to some of you, but it was a positive to me because not only it answered a lot of questions as to why it was taking me twice as long as everyone else to complete homework, or why it took me longer than most of my peers to finish a test, but it also opened the door for me to see a psychologist. And that would become the first steps toward making sure that I was mentally healthy. Before I go any further, I want to make sure you all understand what the words mental health. I want you to know that they're not negative words. Actually, they're quite opposite. Mental refers to your mind, and your mind is the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences, to think and to feel. Health is the state of your overall well-being, and we go to different doctors like pediatricians, optometrists, and dentists to make sure our bodies, eyes, and teeth are in their best state or best shape that they can be. Seeing a psychologist or counselor to make sure our mind is in the best shape is no different. After all, I think we'd agree our mind plays a huge role in making sure that the rest of our body is healthy. Seeing the psychologist was great because he confirmed my understanding that ADD is just like any other deficiency. Some people's eyes struggle to see, and so they're prescribed glasses. Some people are diabetic and might be deficient in producing insulin, so they're prescribed the insulin that their body needs. Some people's brains, like mine, are deficient in producing enough of a neurotransmitter, and so they're prescribed medication to help with that. The psychologist was able to suggest the right medication that would help my brain be more similar to yours. But bigger than that, he was able to change the way I felt about seeing a professional for my mental health. I realized it was as ordinary as seeing my pediatrician or dentist, and what was just as important as my overall well-being. I started taking medication my sophomore year, and it really helped my ability to stay focused in the classroom, and it made learning way more enjoyable. Homework didn't take nearly as long, and I felt more confident about my schoolwork. However, another symptom of ADD can be anxiety. I've always been the shy guy, but it wasn't until my junior year when my anxiety really began to surface. It got hard. Schoolwork got harder. College talks started happening. I was a starter on the football team, which brought on more responsibility. Friendship groups were changing around me, and I was exposed to more social choices. And frankly, it became overwhelming to process. While my meds were helping me to become more attentive, I also became more aware of how these pressures were affecting me. I became very, very anxious, and even having a few panic attacks. And I really didn't know how to manage it. Small problems became big issues. My patience became very thin. Anxiety wasn't letting me fix it on my own, and that's when I knew I needed to talk to a professional. My parents and mentors are great listeners, wonderful resources, and they give lots of insightful help, and were absolutely the starting point when I knew something was off. But I knew I needed to speak to a counselor, and I asked them to help me find one. After all, this is the same thing I do to ensure that my body is in the best shape that it can be. Know about it. I work out, I watch film, I practice, and I seek advice. But I have a set of coaches who are together. We would make an appointment to go see Monica at United Counseling here at Trinity. My mom and I met with her once, and now I see her regularly by myself. It has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. Talking to someone who is neutral to my everyday life and has experience and trained knowledge is a key for me. She also has a duty to keep most things confidential and prompts me to be able to be myself, good or bad, and identify which areas of my mind need to be in better shape so that I can work to make them healthier. We talk through things, she gives me tips and suggestions, and we work on a game plan. I'm better managing my anxiety, and in turn, am really starting to feel like I'm in a much better shape. A healthy mind is so important to me because it allows me to be the best version of myself. And the best version of myself is going to help me reach my goals and lead the intentional life that I want to lead. Just like I take care of the rest of my body by seeing doctors and dentists and making sure I'm prepared and in good shape by listening to my coaches, I owe it to myself to do the same with my mind, and you owe it to yourself too. And maybe you're realizing your mental health isn't in the best shape or in the shape that you want it to be. Please know it is absolutely okay to feel this way, and it's absolutely okay to talk about it. We talk easily about going to the doctor or dentist, and we can talk easily about going to see a counselor too. If you feel like your mental health isn't in good shape right now, that's totally okay too. Remember that we have a well-checked visits to the doctor to be proactive about our health, and we can do the same with our mental health. Establishing a connection with a counselor, even when things are going well, makes it easier to talk to someone when something comes up. If you feel like you could use a mental health checkup, I encourage you to talk to your family member or mentor about scheduling an appointment with a counselor. We have a wonderful resource right here at Trinity, but there are plenty of other great resources around Birmingham too. If you want to know anything more about what it's like to see one, or if you want to talk more about how anxiety might be infecting you, please come and find me afterwards, and I'd love to chat. Can I close y'all in prayer? Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for letting us all come here together. I hope my words were able to reach someone tonight, and I hope that they could really take it in. And if there's someone out there who needs to talk to someone, I hope that they can do that now. Just let all these people in this room know that things will be okay, and that if they need that help, that there's so many people out there waiting to help them. In your name I pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Graham, for sharing that with us. I think it's really important to remember that we're not alone when we're struggling with stress and anxiety. Sharing with your friends something great that your therapist said, or even sharing something you're struggling with, can be a great way to destigmatize conversations around mental health. Sometimes it's easy to think that we're the only ones struggling. Dealing with stress and anxiety can feel really isolating, but the reality is that we will all deal with a variety of stressors and symptoms throughout our lives. You have so many resources available to you, and I hope that you seek them out. Me and the rest of the Element staff and volunteers are all here to listen and offer any help we can. There are great apps like Headspace and those apps that help you focus on breathing that can help you meditate and manage stress. There's even a counseling office right down the hallway that you can make an appointment with to see a wonderful therapist. Life is stressful, and we are not made to do it alone. We are made to lean on our communities, and I encourage you to lean on yours. I also strongly encourage you to come back next week as a counselor from United Counseling, Monica Harbarger, comes to speak. Last year, Monica came to my college to speak, and it was so amazing and applicable to my life. And finally, have patience with yourself. It's hard, life is hard, and you aren't always going to be balanced, and you aren't always going to be the best version of yourself, and that is okay. Have grace with yourself, and know that you are loved, and lean on those around you. Thank you all for listening thank you. I'm now gonna hand it over to Parker as we're gonna play a fun little game. Yeah.
Thanks, Mark. Let's give him a Mark and grab it.